More people are turning to at-home COVID test kits.
At this point, I've done, I want to say, 4 at-home COVID tests.
But we found out the government has busted dozens of businesses trying to sell unapproved test kits for at-home use, including businesses right here in Tampa Bay.
The results can be wrong.
So how do you know if your at-home test kit is legit? And what does this all mean for public health?
All you do is just stick it in your nose and then you call it a day.
Let's see what's brewing. I'm Jenna Bourne, and I'm an investigative reporter at 10 Tampa Bay. If you're new here, welcome to our caffeine-fueled, homemade deep dive into issues that matter to you. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Let's take a dance break. Since this video of Jessica Terry's dance group was shot in 2019, COVID-19 has caused a lot of changes. Terry's an anthropology major who's minoring in dance at the University of Virginia.
Honestly, it's really difficult because all of our dance classes are just like in our room. And it's also really hard because I'm also choreographing for our spring concert.
To be allowed back on campus after winter break, Terry had to use a COVID test kit for at-home collection that got emergency use authorization from the FDA.
I ran and drove to a UPS store as fast as I could and delivered it that way. And then it took about I think 2 days for them to get my testing results back.
The FDA has given dozens of at-home COVID-19 test kits emergency use authorization. 3 are home tests, where you collect your sample and get your results at home same day. More than 40 are home collection kits, like the kind Terry used, where you collect your specimen at home, then ship it off to a lab to get your results.
You just stick something in your nose. I think it's really well how they do lay out the instructions, so it's you can't mess it up, which I really enjoy because I am very much a person who messes things up a lot.
And you can imagine why an at-home test might be more appealing than waiting in line at a drive-through testing site.
I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to see anyone. I don't have to put anyone else at risk to actually take a PCR test, the gold standard test for determining whether you've had a coronavirus infection at home.
And that's all great, if the FDA has actually checked that the test you're using is safe and accurate, but that's not always the case. The FDA tells us it's issued 18 warning letters for violations related to at-home COVID tests or collection kits. Businesses trying to sell test kits that don't have FDA authorization for at-home use. We also check with the Federal Trade Commission. They tell us they've gotten about 25 complaints related to unapproved COVID tests.
The results can be wrong.
What are the risks to public health?
Yeah, the risk to public health is huge because we can have people that are out there who actually think that they don't have COVID, but they do. And so they're running around in the community.
And the Florida Attorney General's office tells us last year it caught 2 Tampa Bay area businesses trying to sell COVID-19 test kits that had not gotten the green light from the FDA for at-home use.
I wanted to give you the chance to tell your side of the story.
We reached out to Streamline RX LLC in Clearwater and Precision Med Pharmacy in Tampa. Neither wanted to do an interview, but they both tell us it was a mistake based on bad info from their suppliers. They both say no unapproved test kits actually made it into the hands of consumers, and they refunded everyone who tried to buy the kits. The AG's office says both businesses also paid $5,000 in civil penalties. So why does it matter if a kit hasn't actually gotten FDA emergency use authorization as an at-home test?
There's 2 major factors there, and then one side of it is to make sure that it can be, it's correct, right? So the results that it gives are actually accurate. The other piece we don't think about a lot is the manufacturing. So the FDA is in charge of making sure that those products are manufactured safely. So can you imagine what happens if we take a nasal swab and stick that thing up into your nasopharynx and it's not sterile? You could infect somebody by actually doing that. You can actually create problems if that swab is made of non-approved products. So what if it's got glass? What if it's got wood?
Well, that doesn't sound fun. So how do you know if your test kit is legit? The FDA has all the tests that got emergency use authorization posted on its website. Type the name of the test you want in the search box. For this demonstration, let's go with Illume, since they got a big contract with the federal government this month. The attributes and authorized settings columns will show you if it's approved for at-home use. I dropped the link for this in the video description below. I'm also going to throw a link in there where you can report fraudulent test kits to the FDA. Thanks for watching What's Brewing. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss an episode, and I'll see you next time.